Welcome back, everybody. My name is Taylor Martin. This is the best Damn EDC, and here on the table today, we have a very special package. This is my very first custom folding knife. I've had some custom fixed blades. This is my first custom folding knife, and you guys are partly the reason that this is on the table today. I'll get into that. I'll explain all of that, but I just wanted to share this with you. I don't do unboxings very often, but I did want to share this experience with you guys. So this is the unboxing of my very first custom knife, thanks to you guys and the guy who made it, obviously. And let's do the damn thing. So in this box right here is, like I said, my very first custom folding knife, and this was made by Matthew Warewine, or Ware Knives, or EDC Alabama, however you want to refer to him as. We did some stuff a long time ago. He customized some gear for me, and I did a video on his stuff. I've known Matt for a long time now. He's a good friend of mine. We talk not nearly as much as we should, but we talk relatively frequently, and he's maintained since I did that video that he was going to make a custom knife for me as a thank you for that video, which I told him a million times not to do. I told him it was not necessary, but the story behind this and Ware Knives is that Matt held a day job, and in his spare time, he was customizing knives and modding knives and selling those services so that you could get your knife modded, be it an acid etched blade or bead blasted handles, whatever. He would do those customizations, and he used that money to fund this, his custom knife making business. And he recently went full time, which is amazing. He's quit his day job and now he makes knives full time. And that is so amazing. But he sent this to me. He told me to pick my configuration and he would make whatever knife I wanted. No matter how many times I told him not to worry about it, he said, I'm gonna do it. I don't care if you don't pick something, I'll make it anyway. So I selected the knife I wanted, which is a Lucas from Ware Knives. And I'm so excited for this. I've held one of his knives to date, but this is mine. It's all mine. And I don't know. I'm so excited to get into it. I've been sitting on this package all day and I've been dying to open it up. So rather than blabbing my mouth some more, because I could definitely do that some more, let's just cut this thing open and get the knife out of the box. Very well packaged, I must say. So good on you there, Matt. And I don't think Matt will be around to see this today. I think he's riding his motorcycle or something through Tennessee. The Tail of the Dragon, if anybody's familiar with that. So open up. All right, so we got a little bit of stuff there, some paper also stuffed in here, used as packing material. Brilliant is a t-shirt. He did ask me what size t-shirt I wear. So I finally have myself a Ware Knives t-shirt, which I'm excited to wear. So bad. That is so bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. I apologize. Ware Knives t-shirt. Nice. Very soft. Move that to the side. In the bag, looks like we got a little bit of a note and some stickers. Definitely need more stickers for my toolbox. So in that bag, we had a Lucy, a sticker of a Lucy, a Lucas, a Nugget, and a little window vinyl decal that I might put in the truck. I don't have any decals on the truck right now, so might need to use that as my blank canvas now. And then a note. And the note says, ooh, we got a long note here. It says, I hope you enjoy the Lucas. You've helped me with my modding days and now my making days. I can't thank you enough for the opportunity. With it being your first or close to first, there will be flaws. I feel like I'm getting better, but it's still doing by hand, which it won't ever be flawless. You were part of my beginning days when you featured my older brother. He thought it was so cool, so I watched it. This was before you had a knife worth over $50. Pretty much see me grow from the start, so thank you for your continued support. By the way, everyone gets a shirt and a handwritten note and some scribbles out. He said, act like you don't see it. Don't want to have to rewrite it. No, thank you, Matt, for supporting me. I mean, you helped me with content in my early days, so I also owe it to you. Again, I told you a million times, don't do this, but you would not take no for an answer. So let's see what all is going on inside here. Lucas number 18, CPM 154 with an acid stonewash, vintage natural micarta plus titanium. Birth date is September 12th, 2020. Ooh, boy. Oh man. So here we are with the Lucas. Just right off the bat, he says it's not perfect. It's all done by hand, but I mean, this thing is really solid looking. It feels solid. He did say the detent is very strong, which I told him I'm not opposed to at all. I like a strong detent, but it does mean that it takes some time to get used to flicking it. You have to kind of figure out how to flick it. It was very slow. There we go. Yeah, it's going to take some time to break this in, but can flick it. I love the size and shape of this. Just for size comparison, in the pocket today is the Civivi Elementum and S35VN. Very similarly sized knives, very similar blade length and cutting edge. Very comparable in that regard, but obviously one is a custom and one is a mass-produced, fairly budget-friendly knife. This is a natural micarta, and the reason that I requested this one, when I first saw one of Matt's very first knives, I think it was Lucas number 2, number 3, it had this on there, and I thought this was wood. I thought it was a wood-handled knife, and I was just in love with it. But he told me it was a vintage micarta, and I fell in love with that look. It just looks so good. That vintage micarta is going to patina beautifully. You got a little vintage micarta backspacer, Damascus clip, and then you have vintage micarta pivot collars, which I really like. And I love these little custom pivot screws that he uses. They kind of remind me of the old Kaiser pivot screws, but those sucked. Those would like catch your finger. They were not smooth at all. These feel really good. They're very smooth. But he was not lying when he said that the detent on this thing is strong. It's already loosening up a little bit, which I'm sure I can break it in pretty quickly because I tend to do that. There we go. Yeah, but man, it just fits so well in the hand. I love this knife. I've loved it since the very first one I saw. Once again, 154 cm blade steel. I was back and forth on whether I wanted a thumb hole or a thumb stud. Kind of go back and forth on them all the time, but I think the thumb hole is just a little better because it doesn't get in the way of sharpening, and spidey flicking is just a little easier. It doesn't wreck your fingernail if you spidey flick a thumb hole. If you try to spidey flick a thumb stud, sometimes it can just wreck your finger. And he said it's not perfect because it's all done by hand, but man, I'm not sure what exactly he's complaining about. This thing is really solid. Look at that detent. And it just sucks this blade in. Seriously, Matt, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. And I think you're going to do some great things, man. You've come so far in the last year. I think the first knife of yours that I held was a Lucas, probably number 4, 5, 7, somewhere. It was the first, it was definitely within the first 10. It was the frag pattern handle one that I also loved that one too, but you've definitely come a long way since then. And I think you've got a really great path ahead of you, man. I think you're going to do great things making knives. Definitely going to carry this thing. I'm going to put it to good use. No save queens, especially not from you. This thing is going to be put to good use. I know you want to see your knife used and not just put in a case and stored away. So I will be using this thing. In fact, I'm going to start carrying it today. And it's probably going to get a lot of pocket time. Thank you again so much. If you guys are interested in getting a knife from Matt, go follow him over on Instagram. He's not only a great knife maker, he's a great dude, and he's on the right path. He's making some really great stuff. I can't thank you guys enough. I can't thank Matt enough for this. Really, seriously, Matt, this is too much. I'll get you back. Don't you worry about that. That's going to do it for this video. If you found it helpful and you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that thumbs up button down below and subscribe to see more stuff like this in the future. And be sure to go check out Matthew Warewine. You can find him on Instagram at WareKnives or EDC Alabama. Go check him out, give him a follow. And if you want to support what I'm doing here, there's some links down below. If you click through and purchase anything using those links, that does help me out by giving me a little bit of a kickback. You can also go to patreon.com/bestdamnedc or carrycommission.com or carry.best. That's my store. You can buy gear and merch directly from me. Also, be sure to follow us around the web. You can find us in most places at Best Damn EDC. There's a Facebook group and a Discord server as well. I highly encourage you to come join the community outside YouTube because there's so much more to what I do than just videos here on YouTube. So hit the links down below and come join the community. With that said, and until next time, carry on.